Lauren Price is a name that is going to be reckoned with in the welterweight division for women going forward. The young lady who's an accomplished Olympian, gold medalist, this past Saturday, May 6th, won her first title. And it was something worth tuning into because she showed her skill set against a more experienced fighter as she produced the type of fight that we possibly can look forward to from her going forward in the future. Now, what's in store for Price? Let me tell you, I think the sky is the limit. Let's talk about her win over Kirsty Bavington. Championship boxing. It seems more and more the proof of the ladies doing their thing is becoming more and more prevalent. I like it. This past Saturday, May 6th, Lauren Price won her first world title in the inaugural Women's British welterweight title. A first for the weight class in the women's division, and Price pitched another shutout as she performed quite admirably facing Bavington. She put on display all of the skills that she has shown through her early portions of her career, and I have to tell you, I was quite impressed with what she was able to do in the ring, with her boxing skills, her ring generalship, and ring IQ. They were all on point. But that's not to say that Bavington wasn't present. She tried. She was just not as good as Lauren Price. As I watched this fight, I was reminded of how in men's boxing many years ago, in the youth of his career, Roy Jones Jr. picking guys apart with his speed, his footwork, elusiveness, reflexes. It kind of reminded me of what was happening here with Price. She's a southpaw, and now their records stand for Price. She's 4-0 now with 1 KO. And Bavington has fallen to 7-4 with 2 draws and 2 KOs. But this is nothing for anyone to hang their head. These were 2 competitors who were given the best that they could. Now, what I also noticed about the performance of Price in this fight is that she used everything. She used the ring, she used her movement, she used her southpaw advantage to her advantage. And that's the kind of thing you like to see when a fighter shows completeness. At the age of 28, Price could be a contender in the welterweight division, and I would love to see her in the ring with the likes of Jessica McCaskill and others. Kirsty Bavington has dropped, like I said, this fight, but she is 30 years old and she's a gamer. She will give her most solid of efforts. She's not the kind of person that's going to just give in or lay down. And that's a quality that you have to respect coming from the women fighters. There's not a lot to be said as far as what you can expect. But what I noticed, Price was able to use that southpaw position, the right hand, as she moved her feet when Babington was coming in, trying to jab or whatever. She would slip to the outside, use the check hook, and circle to keep the fight in the center of the ring, where Babington was really trying to get her near the ropes or something like that. It was a great display of boxing. When you can see someone doing things almost like second nature, it's like they don't have to think about what they're doing. It's just a natural, flowing, progressive sense of fighting. It's to be respected. This was the first ever women's British title fight. For the BBOC, and that was something that was really worth shooting for in this fight, because there were a lot of opportunities for fighters to line up for something like this, but on this particular night, you had the right fighter to crown with this particular title, because Price is just a little bit better than the average amateur turning pro. And yes, being a gold medalist, coming into the pros, doing what she's doing, she's showing it. And I don't believe it's going to take a great deal of number of fights for her to start garnering world titles. There's so much to be said in the women's division of boxing that a fighter like she, if she fights outside of the UK, we know that her following there is going to be awesome. But if she fights outside of the UK, she's going to really be a shot in the arm, especially with fighters like Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor getting older, and they will be moving on within the next few years. Someone like Price can come in and steal that thunder and spotlight. I can't wait to see her again, and I hope that they put her in against a more challenging fighter than Babington, because she's shown already to me that she's more than capable. But I like to know what people think when they consider what she has done and accomplished in the ring. As I checked up on the review, a lot of people were expecting her to win this fight, but not necessarily as clean as she did. This fight was on the undercard co-main to Buatsi versus Stepien, and was much more of an engaging match than that was. The Buatsi-Stepien fight was not really that entertaining, pretty much a snore fest. But I have to say, when I see these women fighting and competing like they are, thank goodness that they're coming around. They've turned the corner in boxing and have made the sport more engaging and interesting, with their desire to face the best of competition, to get in there and face off against the championship titles, against other champions. You can't ask for better. And that's exactly what they're displaying in these fights. So I'd like to say salute to Lauren Price for her accomplishment. As she goes forward in the sport of boxing, there's going to be tougher nights than this night. But I'll tell you one thing, she's definitely one to look at as far as her boxing ability. I would stop short of saying blue chipper, but that may not be a bad call. Sometimes when you see something, you notice it right away and you say, am I seeing what I'm seeing? And that's how I felt when I saw her when I found myself watching her in this match, because she was in there against someone that was rugged and made them look like they did not belong. And where in the sport of boxing have we seen that before on many an occasion. So yes, I like what I saw in Price on Saturday night, and here's hoping that she's able to accomplish more going forward and entertain and thrill, as long as she stays focused, well trained, studied up, and ready for more. But what are your thoughts? Leave comments and let's discuss. What did you think of Price versus Babington, and do you see her being a champion? This is all I have for you at this time. Stormy B-Man, shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think about Lauren Price, and do you think she can do it further and go faster and fly higher? Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.